Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It is an early live broadcast from me today. Normally I go live later in the day, but we are running out the door to a family function. So very, very short training, but it's something worth talking about. Today we're going to be talking about personal excellence and how that ties into leadership. You know, so oftentimes we hear leadership is not about us, it's about the people that we lead. It's about them. But today I want to talk about why it truly is all about you. My name is Jenny Stemmerman, and I'm the creator of Your Life Rocks, where I help working Christian moms clear the chaos, create balance, and move closer to the goals in every part of life. So, like I said, personal excellence. We are told to focus on other people, but we have to start with ourselves. It is really, really important that this is something that you take to heart. And know that you are a leader. Every single person watching this is a leader. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter any of that, what your title is. You are a leader. People look up to you. They watch you, and you set the pace for other people in your life. So there's three things I want you to really think about as you're looking at personal excellence and why it is so important. In the podcast that comes out today, I talk about this. We're doing a special leadership podcast on Your Life Rocks coming out on Thursdays. It's a really short podcast. I encourage you to listen to it. But I share an example about the first time I was promoted in my career. And I was such a young leader, and I really didn't know what I was doing. And my boss at the time, she said, you know, this is your promotion. It's going to be great. But before you move into that new role, you have to replace yourself. And I thought, well, that'll be easy. Everyone wants my job. It's a great job. No one wanted my job. Not one person wanted my job. Why didn't they want my job? Because of the example that I set. It's important as a leader that you practice personal excellence because it sets an example to others. So if you find yourself in whatever role you're in, and I know this is probably going to speak to some of you today, whatever role you're in, if you are having a hard time bringing up that next generation of leaders, maybe it's in your network marketing business, maybe it's in your corporate career, maybe it's in your church, and you're looking for that next generation of leaders to come, and they're not coming, it might be based off of the example that you're setting. If you set the example of working through lunch, staying late, not seeing your family, giving up family functions for your job, if you are not setting that example, if you are setting an example of not taking care of your health, people aren't going to want to follow that. They might follow you as a leader, but they're not going to follow into that same behavior. So number one, make sure you're setting a good example for other people to follow. The other reason why personal excellence is so important that we look at is because it keeps you grounded. It keeps you grounded as a leader so you can better make decisions. When you are taking care of every other part of your life, personal excellence for me means that you are personally growing in every part of your life, that you're taking care of your finances, you're taking care of your health, you're giving time and attention to all of those things that make you a person. When you are practicing that personal excellence, when you have that discipline in place to take care of yourself, it gives you a more grounded standpoint that you can then lead people. You can cast a greater vision for people to follow when you are a grounded leader. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not practicing that discipline of personal excellence, you're not going to have that solid foundation to be able to lead from and cast forward from. And the final reason is for balance. Sometimes we get that gut feeling, and I'm sure if you're watching this and you are a working mom, maybe even a dad, you've had this experience before. That feeling in the pit of your stomach of pull when you know you need to stay longer at work to get done something, a big project or something that you're working on. But then there's that pull because you want to be home with your family. Or when you go home with your family, but you know you didn't finish the things that other people are relying on at work. And so you have that pull while you're with your family. That pull is in balance in your life. And so when you practice personal excellence, it really is a discipline of focus, a discipline of intention. And I promise you, it brings you so much more peace. Now, if you want to learn more on how you can grow in your own personal excellence, as well as so many other areas of leadership, I've put together a free training, both a written guide, if you learn best that way, or a free audio training, and they come combined. So you can listen to it while you're working out, while you're commuting, and we cover things like self-awareness, knowing who you are. We cover personal excellence, leadership habits, structures of influence, including communication. Hello, communication. Then we also cover coaching, which is such a vital core piece of being a great leader. And if you listen to the audio series, there's a special episode in there, a special segment that's not even going to be on the podcast, all about recognition and how to build people up. So I encourage you to get that. You can go to yourliferocks.com/leadership, and I will send over the audio training as well as the guide. Now, in the guide, there are questions that you can ask yourself on those different areas of leadership. So I encourage you to just really think about those questions before you answer them, and then make a commitment on what you're going to do differently to grow yourself as a leader. Because we're all leaders. People are always looking up to us, and truly, the betterment of this world is in our hands. So I hope you have an amazing Thursday. Again, go get the free training over at yourliferocks.com/leadership. Or if you're listening to the podcast, then you can hear all about that episode of Personal Excellence today. Hope you have an amazing day. Bye, guys.